Hello, I'm just that guy, and I'm being tested again because today I am playing the test Hypothesis Rising. Now, if you haven't seen the first game of this series, just the test, then I recommend you go and watch that. However, I'm not sure if it's too pertinent to following this game. Uh, let's just jump right into it, I guess. Before experiencing the test Hypothesis Rising, it is highly recommended that you've played its prequel, The Test, which I have, and I've made a video about it, and you should go and watch it before watching this one. Maybe. Before venturing into this experience, yep. You'll stand to gain a lot more from this experience if you've played the test first, and this examination will also make a bit more sense as it carries on from where the last examination left off. Does it now? I would like to urge you to go and play the test now before venturing forward, and follow the instructions listed throughout the game, as you will certainly get a bigger benefit overall by taking the tests in the order they were meant to be taken in. Well, it's a good thing I am taking them in order. Would you like to close this game now? I've already played the test. Wonderful news. We can continue. Oh, this feels very similar to the first game, except this time I get to. There's a dude. Hello, and welcome to my office. It's truly a pleasure to see you here today. Hi, Fate. Please excuse the mess. I haven't had a chance to clean up yet. Fair enough. Now, I don't want to take up too much of your time with blibber blabber and nonsensical speak, so I'll just get straight to the point. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves life's tough questions. There's one question in particular I'd like for you to ask yourself. Are you happy? And when I say happy, I don't mean content. Being content is great, but it's not the same as being happy. I want to help you. I want to inspire you to be the best that you can be. I want to inspire you to be the happiest version of yourself. I want to see you grow inside and out. Now, how do we accomplish this, you might be asking? Good question. Allow me to explain. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you are going to answer them with 100% entire honesty. And when I say 100% entire honesty, I mean 100% entire honesty. Think about it. You do want to be happy, don't you? You wouldn't want to do something so bold as to tempt fate by lying, would you? No, I would not. Just remember, if you lie, the only person you're lying to is yourself. The only person who will suffer from this is you. And believe me, you will suffer. Okay, guess I'm not lying then. Not that I intended to anyways. Not to mention the fact that whether you tell the truth or not, I'll know. But that's another story. Let's be moving on, shall we? We've wasted enough time explaining what we're going to be doing. Just remember, we all want to be good people. We all want to give the answers that we feel lend the most desirable human traits within ourselves. But sometimes, good people do bad things, and sometimes we don't always have desirable traits as humans. I cannot express enough just how important it is to be truly honest while answering these questions, no matter how uncomfortable the truth may make you. Now, it's time to get into the real meat of this experience. It's time for you to get the advice that you deserve. I like meat. Let's get into it. As you read questions and scenarios during this process, I want you to create your own circumstances and build your own bridges to arrive at the answer that best suits your own psyche. Just like last game, that was a very similar thing, just worded a little differently, which is fine. If you've never experienced the scenario being asked of you, then simply imagine that you have and try to assume how you might feel in that situation. I'd like to invite you to pour a glass of water, sit back, and relax as we unfold your fate and the secret to overcoming the next hurdle in your life. Well, just like last game, I have my 1, 2, and secret third water bottle right here. So, I got the glasses of water easily. I am sitting back and relaxing, and let's get unfolded. We're gonna start with some basic, easy questions. Okay. If you answer these questions twice, your advice may change. It's not just about answering the questions, it's about many different variables. Many different factors are at play here, including the amount of time taken to answer proposed questions. With that being said, it's far more important to actually take your time and think about how honest of an answer you're giving before you give it. Whatever you do not rush the process. Time is your best friend here. You'll see what I mean soon enough. Will I now? And here we go. Do you feel uncomfortable right now? No. However, that ominous music that started happening is kind of wacky. Are you nervous? No. I've done the first test and that's fine. Do you feel cold? No. My feet are a little chilly, but that's because I don't have socks on. Do you feel sad? Not right now. No. Have you ever hurt someone because you were hurting, even though they didn't deserve it? Yes. That happens all the time by accident. Do you crave acceptance by others? Yes, I do. I think that's a very human thing. Have you ever lost a loved one? Yes. I've lost one of my uncles and a couple of pets, which is very fortunate that I've only lost so little. Do you know what heartbreak feels like? I would say yes, I do. I think my heart has been broken before. Do you believe in demons? Yeah, demons are. They can come in various forms. Hmm. Do you believe in curses? I would say yes, but the only person that can curse yourself is you. I don't think other people can bestow curses upon others. That's not really a thing in my head. Would you consider yourself to be spiritual? No. Well, I have like I don't practice any like spiritual stuff, but I have like a decent amount of beliefs in spiritual kind of things. Um, but because I don't practice it, I'd say that I'm not spiritual. Are you afraid of dying alone? Very much so. One of my biggest fears. And that's why I just try and not think about it. If there was undeniable proof that a ghost was haunting you, would you continue to live in your home? Yes, because if the ghost is haunting me specifically, it wouldn't really matter if I'm changing houses. Have you ever seen an object mysteriously move without being touched? No. Do you believe that it's possible for a game to summon supernatural forces into your life without you knowing it? I believe games can change you in ways that might feel supernatural, when in reality it's just touching your conscious or subconscious, your being in such a way. But I don't think that's supernatural. Would you like to make more friends? Yeah, I wouldn't mind more friends. I think it would be wonderful. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? I remember this question from the last test, and yes, I would consider myself to be a good friend. I think I put a lot of effort into my friends, and I hope I get good results. But it's all up to them, pretty much. Do you feel lonely? Um, do I feel lonely? I feel separated from people generally because I find that I kind of exclude myself from things, or uh, because I don't always conform to like the group's mentality. I try and have my individuality be a very strong part of me. Sometimes that does make me feel alone in the aspect because everyone will be thinking one thing and then I will think differently than them. So, yeah, I would say I'm lonely. I also don't have too many people that I. It said, okay. Do you make friends easily? No. It's hard for me to make friends because the first step of approaching someone and talking to them is hard. Usually I make friends through mutual friends. I get my current friends to go out and socialize for me, find new people, and then bring them to me. So no, I don't make friends easily. Do you tend to avoid drama where possible? A little bit. I'm not like, if the drama is necessary. Uh, Drama is such like a weird word because I guess I avoid drama, but I don't avoid friction because I think there's a very distinct difference there. Have you ever had a near-death experience? I mean, like, maybe without me knowing, but I don't know, so I would say no. Do you like horror movies? Yeah, they're funny. This is all very interesting. Have you played the test? Yes, I have. That's the spirit. You're welcome. Have you played the horoscope? No, I have not. Give it a whack. I'm totally not biased or anything. I'm assuming that's another game. Do you watch porn? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be a hard worker? When I get started on the work, I would say yeah. Usually I can work very adamantly and for long periods of time once I start working. Do you have a low opinion of yourself? Um, there are certain things that I'm very that very I put very low value when like there's some certain things about myself that I don't value very much, but my overall opinion of myself I would say is pretty good because even if I'm aware that I have a good number of places that I'm lacking in, but that awareness alone and I feel like that awareness is very valuable in my head. And also, I believe that I have a pretty good ability to change myself, which is important. So, no, I would say I have a pretty decent opinion of myself. Would you consider yourself to be a confident person? No, I'm not a confident person. Most confidence that I portray is kind of just a boastful act and not really how I truly feel. It's more so like a fake it till you make it kind of deal. Would you help an old lady cross the street even if you were running late for an appointment? If she asked, if I saw her struggling, I'm a very unobservant person though, so it's unlikely that I would see her, but if she asked for help, 100% yes. And once that appointment that I get to, and when I show up late, I just say, hey, I was helping someone. Would you kill all of your neighbors' pets just to save one of your own? I currently don't have a pet right now, but I think I might. Well, no, no, I wouldn't actually. Because I would really want to save my pet if I had one, which I have had one before, but I don't think it's worth it to slaughter multiple pets just to save mine. Because killing is a very intense thing, and so is loss, but loss is killing something would feel way worse than losing one pet. Have you ever tried to smother yourself with a pillow to see if you could actually suffocate yourself? No. Uh, I'm sorry for laughing. For anyone that has tried that, please seek help, I'd say. Have you ever been caught dancing when you thought no one was watching? Yeah, I dance all the time. Just do little small jigs that aren't good but are fun. Have you ever tried to roll your eyes back so far just to see if they'd really get stuck? No, I didn't think they could get stuck. Can they? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think your eyes would let you do that. Have you ever played a practical joke that you regret pulling on someone? Um, not that I can really remember, so I guess I don't regret it. Regret's also something I don't super hold on to. Usually if I do something that I'm not proud of, I don't regret it. Rather, I choose to try and take from it and learn from it to not do it again. It's okay to make a mistake once, I think, but twice is when it starts to become a problem. I still think you're allowed to make the same mistake twice, so long as the second time you don't make it as bad and you do show resistance and learning. Are you streaming live right now? Not live, no. Are you recording this gameplay session right now? Yes, I am. If I told you that I was watching you play this game right now, would you believe me? I mean, I'm sure eventually in like this space-time continuum, if you felt like it, you could be watching this exact point in the video, which in a sense is a weird thing where you aren't watching right now for me, but for you, you are watching right now in a weird way. So yeah, sure. If you've left a comment for me at any point in time, I've read your words. Does this bother you? No. That's the whole point of the comment, for it to be read. If you've left a comment for me, does it make you feel positive that I've paid attention to what you've taken the time to write? Yeah, I thank you for doing this. Do you understand that no matter what, I appreciate you? Yeah, I understand that. I can understand that. I can grasp that. I really do. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, Fate. Are you afraid of snakes? The poisonous ones, I guess, but I also don't know which ones are poisonous, and generally not really. Do you believe in magic? Uh, pretty sure this question was in the last video as well. I don't really remember what I said. I don't. Oh yeah, I said yes because magic doesn't necessarily have to be summoning fireballs or making lightning strike in a certain place, because magic can simply be just the experiences that you are having with the loved ones around you. So yeah, it does exist. Have you cried in the last month? Yes. Last time it was last week, but this time it was this month. Do you have a hero? Yes, I do have a hero. And it's my brother. My older brother, to be specific. I don't have a younger brother. But do you typically learn from your mistakes? If I notice that it is an actual mistake, then yes, I would say that I typically learn from it. Do you enjoy outdoor activities? Yes, I love hiking. I love going on walks. I like sitting on a bench and eating food. Just like having a little picnic or a lunch or whatever. I like uh I don't know. I just like the outdoors. It's fun. Nice fresh air. I should probably do that more. Would you consider yourself to be lazy? Every person's lazy if you think about it. Every single person on their human instinct just go tries and does tries and accomplish what they want with the least amount of effort. So everyone is lazy at heart. Yes. Do you sometimes find it difficult to stay motivated? Yeah, sometimes, but I'm getting better, I'd say. Do you put the needs of others before yourself? Yes, because the needs of others are partially the needs of myself. Because if the other people around me are not happy, then it's a lot harder for me to be happy. And I'm a generally a low maintenance person. I can be satisfied with a lot less than most people, I believe. Would your family and wait, oh, would your family and friends describe you as kind? I'd think so. My friends, like, if they were asked seriously, yes, they would say kind. But if they were just asked by like some random person and not a serious interviewer, they would say, "Oh, he's a fucking dickhead," oh, or something like that. Have you ever cheated in a relationship? Nope. I've barely been in a relationship before. Have you ever been cheated on in a relationship? Not that I'm aware of, and I highly doubt it happened. Would you consider yourself to be judgmental? Everyone's judgmental. Everyone judges everything all the time. It's just my judgment is very soft. I I will look at someone and judge their actions, but I will mostly forgive and not necessarily I forgive isn't really the right word, but like not hold it against them really. I see. Are you a hero to someone else? Am I? I wouldn't know that. I don't feel like I am. I don't think I haven't heard anyone say that I've saved them or helped them in some great way. So no, I don't think I'm a hero to anyone. Do you love animals? The good ones, like dogs. I like dogs a lot, and I like eating animals, so I love them for that. So yeah. Have you ever found a family member on Tinder and wanted to hit them with a super like just to make shit real awkward? No, no, no. No. I have seen my cousin on Tinder, but I didn't like them or anything. I was like, ugh. And I also don't use Tinder anymore. That was a thing that my friends made me get and I used for a little bit and just like I didn't like it. Yeah, me either. Great man. Do you enjoy drinking alcohol? In great moderation. I like drinking it for special events. Or I guess a special event can also, for me, just mean hanging out with a bunch of friends and we decide we want to drink that day. But yes, it's fun. Are you intoxicated right now? No, I'm not. Well, that makes one of us. Fate. Oh, you, Fate. Do you like the phrase sneaky snake? I don't dislike it. That's a pretty good phrase. Yeah, sure. Don't use it very often, but yeah. Are these questions a bit strange to you? Nah. Ask me anything, I'll just be like, okay. Do you have a vivid imagination? I would say so. With the shit that I come up with and say sometimes, yeah, I make real woof. Do you feel uncomfortable in large social settings? Um, it actually depends on how large and like what the social setting is because if it's like a social setting where we're out in public and there's just a lot of people that happen to be around, but they're not all necessarily trying to talk to me, I'm very comfortable in that. But if it's something like a party and there's a whole bunch of different people that I don't know, but there's like that underlying thing of they might just come up and talk to me a little bit, but eh, generally I'd say I'm not very uncomfortable in large social settings. Uh, the only thing is if it's like very obvious that I'm singled out, in some way. Would you consider yourself to be antisocial? No. I'm like not good at, I wouldn't say I'm good at socializing, and I wouldn't say I do it very often, but I'm definitely not antisocial. I love socializing when I do get to do it and get it done well. It's just I kind of struggle with it. Do you hold a grudge for long periods of time? No. Have you ever urinated in public? To the police, no. But yes, I have. Do you like pineapple on your pizza? Yeah, I like it. If you don't like it, that's also fine. I knew I liked you. Hey, Fate's my boy. Would you consider yourself to be selfish? Very much so. I think everyone's selfish. I think everyone should be as selfish as they can be because if if you are selfish and you focus on yourself and you keep yourself in good health and good spirits, then you do not become a burden on other people around you that care about you, because if you are a selfless person and you give up your you give up too much of yourself to for other people, and you uh basically neglect your own needs, then you won't actually be helping the people around you because they will see your acts of kindness as like they will not want help from you because you'll be the one who needs help, really. So yes, I would say I'm selfish. Do you think you've got a big ego? Well, jokingly, yes, I joke about having a big ego all the time, but I don't think I actually have a big ego. I try and stay really grounded and humble, because I don't find too much. I don't put very much value in boasting about anything. Would you consider yourself to be kinky? No. That that's I I don't like that stuff. Would you consider yourself to be really religious? I am not religious. However, I don't think I'm atheist because isn't atheism like, I don't fully know what atheism is, but isn't it like believing that there is no God? And which I'm not about that. Would you consider yourself to be temperamental? Not really. Um Usually I'm very like one note with my emotions, and I kind of just am very like like my emotions are very like stagnant. They don't spike too often. Sometimes they do, or like sometimes I get a little flare of whatever, but no. If you had to kill someone to save your own life, but you knew they didn't deserve it, would you do it? Um my what I imagine is this is someone actively threatening my life. And I don't think they I would like, just because someone's threatening my life, I don't think they necessarily deserve it because maybe they're doing it for some reason. Maybe they're trying to harvest my organs for money for their family. But like, I wouldn't just sit there and let myself die. So yeah, I would. It wouldn't be fun, but I would kill the person trying to kill me. Would you sacrifice your own life for a complete stranger? Ooh, I feel like I would want to, but in a lot of scenarios, I feel like I wouldn't notice a stranger getting harmed or in danger. And even if I did notice it, I feel like it would take too long for me to actually save them. But in my head, I believe it is a like I have all the time in the world to act and everything, and I can like take my not take my own life, but sacrifice myself for this person, and I would say yes, I believe so. Even more interesting. Have you ever been inside of a burning building? No. There was like a fire in my elementary school once, but it was the building wasn't burning. It was just the microwave was on fire a little bit, and we had to like evacuate the building for that. Have you ever been to a funeral? No, I have not, because the one person, the one human in my life that has died happened when I was about 6, and my parents didn't want me or my siblings to attend my uncle's funeral because they thought we were too young, which is fair. If you could attend your own funeral before you died, would you take the opportunity to do so? No, I would not do that. My funeral is not for me to experience, and it's not for me to be there. It's for the people that cared about me and loved me to take time and appreciate who I was when I was alive and what I did for them. And seeing me there wouldn't help that. It wouldn't help them move on. If you could see into the future, but you were told that it would only reveal the absolute worst of what's in store for you, would you still look? No, I don't want to see into the future. There's not, the future isn't, the future hasn't happened yet, so there's no use in learning about it because it can change, probably. Or if it can't, then yeah, and I don't need to worry about the worst of to come to me before it comes to me. I'll worry about when I get there. If you had the power to stop time, would you use it to do something you know you shouldn't do? Um, well, I don't think I would use it for like any really big things like stealing from people that shouldn't be stolen from. uh, but I would do it. I would use it and then like do something I shouldn't do, like play video games for 40 hours or something. So like, yeah, I'd do that. If you had the power to remove one person from Earth, never to return again, would you use it? I think I would accept that power and then wait for a good time when I see someone to just boop. In fact, that's how, back to the question of would I kill someone to save my own life? That's exactly how I would do it. I would just say like "Vamonos," and then like point at them and just and they're gone. So yeah, if I told you that I understand you better than you understand yourself, would you believe me? Um, I don't know. It seems like this guy's got a good grasp on like psychology and human behavior and stuff, but I think I also have I don't have a very good grasp of it, but I think I do understand myself pretty well. Um, no, because there's a lot of information that this person does not have on me. Fate doesn't have that much information on me. If someone threatened to kill you, would your first response be to react in violence? No, my first response would be to get to safety, and violence would be a reaction to violence would be a response if I needed to do that to get to safety. If a stranger stole money from you to support their drug addiction, would you forgive them if they apologized to you? I believe with their apology they give their money back to me because in this situation I caught them stealing and I'm like, hey, give that back to me. And yeah, I would forgive them. I I forgive people pretty easily and it's just like, hey. In fact, I would see if I could offer them some help maybe. Not like long lasting help because I don't think I'm in a position in my life where I can take a lot of time out of my efforts to help someone else in such a big way as to get out of a drug addiction, but I would offer them like maybe some food because maybe they need some of that, or uh, just some like advice or whatever. But yeah, I'd forgive them. If a family member said something nasty about you behind your back, would you confront them about it directly? I wouldn't hear about it because it's behind my back. So, and honestly, I wouldn't really. I would just be like, oh, okay. I, I would wait for them to confront me about it. Because if they said something nasty about me, but they're still content with being around me, and they just have like that one thing about me that they're like, then I think that's fine. Because there's gonna be faults in pretty much everyone that you live around. So, and I don't think it's a mature thing to walk up to them and be like, I was just like, yeah, okay. I guess it wouldn't be bad to like if you can calmly approach them and say like, hey, I heard you say this about me. What's up with that? But I don't think I would. Maybe I would. I don't know. That last question I really don't know. If you had to eat raw squirrel brains for 3 days to stay alive, would you do it? Yes. Living is such a valuable thing to me. I would rather struggle to live, even if it's not a good life, than just give up and die. So yeah, squirrel brain's probably not the worst either. If you woke up tomorrow and none of your family remembered who you were, would you choose to leave and start a new life? No. I would try and get them to remember, or at least reinvigorate, like, make a new relationship with them, I guess. If a homeless man was clearly sick, freezing, and utterly miserable in the rain, would you be willing to give him your clothes and walk home naked? No. I'm all about helping other people so long as it doesn't hinder me to a severe point. And public indecency is a really bad thing. You shouldn't do it. And also, then I would just be sick, freezing, miserable in rain. So, no. Sorry, homeless person. If someone accidentally hit you in their car, but you suffered no injuries whatsoever, would you still be upset with them? No. I'd just be happy that I didn't get hurt while getting hit by a car. I'd be like, oh, sick. I'd go up to them and be like, hey, the fuck you doing? But not. I don't know. Have you looked for any hidden meanings or messages within these questions? Nope. Maybe you should have been. Alright, well, maybe I need to go to the bathroom. And it sprung on me very instantly, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully that time didn't affect any of the results. But I didn't stop on a question, so yeah. And even if it does, it's probably not that big a deal. Are you wondering if there's a deeper meaning to all of this other than just simply answering question after question? No, I know there's a bit of a deeper meaning to this because after answering enough questions, you will give me some information about myself. Miracles happen every day. Do you agree? Yes. People are born every day. I'd say birth is a miracle. Um, People are saved every day, even if it's like, probably every day at least. I don't fully know, but yeah, they happen every day. Umbrellas aren't worth lugging around, and you don't mind getting rained on. Do you agree? Yeah. Just get a little wet. Just change your clothes when you can, or like, because if it's raining, I'm going to wear at least 2 layers, and then I can take the second layer off once I get inside. Red is a prettier color than pink. Do you agree? I don't think about things like this. I don't know. They're like the same thing, but sure, I do like red. It's my favorite color other than black. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag blowing in the wind? No. I feel if I'm feeling like deflated, which I guess would be that, it would not be. I would not think, oh, I'm a bag in the wind. Eating in front of people can be awkward. No. I'm like the messiest eater and I'm still just, and then they're like, oh, and I'm like, hey, this is me eating. I'm hungry, okay? Rings used as a ceremonial wedding gift are so outdated. Do you agree? No. I like the tradition of it. It's nice, it's simple, it's beautiful. There's a lot of, um, there's many years of symbolism involved in that. Did you realize that the first letter of the last 6 questions, when combined, spells out the word murder? No. Do you know why that is? No. Does that make you slightly uncomfortable? No. Are you going to start paying closer attention to what you may have got yourself into? No. I'm already here, I'm going to go through. Do you realize it's too late to turn back now? Yes. I'm here. Okay. Hello. Do you hear someone in your room? I hear myself, but no, there's no one else in here, and I don't hear them. Do you see the shadows closing in? No. Do you feel like you're being watched? I am. I'm recording right now. I'm being watched. Maybe. Like, I don't know. Did you look around your room a moment ago? No. Do you like long walks on the beach? I like long walks pretty much anywhere. But on the beach is extra nice because it's got some sea air and stuff. So yeah, and a nice view. Do you enjoy giving gifts to people? No, because I always feel like the gifts are not enough, and that's probably due to the fact that I don't put enough value in material things to really warrant like gifts as a good gift. If it's like I try and go for sentimental or like joking gifts because that's what I like. But no, I don't like giving gifts to people. It's also just cost me money, which I don't like. Have you ever felt like giving up on life? Ever? Yes, I have before. And once I realized how bad that was, is why I've turned around and put so much value on life. Do you love your family more than you love yourself? Ooh, that's a hard one. I would say yes, because my family has given me pretty much everything about me. So if I didn't love my family, then I wouldn't love myself anyways. So yes. Do you have a best friend who's clearly better than the rest of your friends? I don't know about clearly better. Actually, yeah, to me it's pretty clear because just there's something that sets him apart from everyone else. Do you think there's some kind of conspiracy behind the coronavirus? I mean, there is a conspiracy against the coronavirus, but I don't think like the government did that for any big reason. I'm not really like if you believe that, then that's fine. Do you believe that you're human? Yes, I am human. If you could turn invisible, but you could never be visible ever again once you decided to use your power for the first time, would you ever use it? No. I fear dying alone and I feel like a lonely person. Being invisible would not help with that. I want to be more visible, if anything. If you knew someone was about to rob a convenience store, but you knew that they were doing it to feed their family, would you stop them? No, I would not, because the employees at the convenience store wouldn't lose out on it, and the convenience store, as the company, probably has way more than enough money to spare. Especially because they don't really keep. If it's rather they're robbing like goods, which is like a couple of bucks, or they're robbing like the actual cash register, and convenience stores don't keep that much money in each cash register. Like they keep a fair amount, but uh, not enough to actually like properly impact the convenience store's monetary financial situation. If you were stranded on a remote island with a stranger and you were both starving to death, but you found a secret stash of food that they didn't know about, would you share it with them? Yes, because I would rather, again, going back to the not wanting to die alone, I'd rather keep someone with me alive and have someone there and die together than die alone. If you could turn into an eagle for 1 year, but you wouldn't be able to turn back into a person until that 1 year had passed, would you do it? No. What's so cool about being an eagle? Flying? I can get in a plane or like go on top of a mountain and that's basically flying. And then I have to like eat like an eagle and all that shit. That's not fun. If you had the opportunity to earn riches beyond your wildest dreams by fighting a grizzly bear to the death using nothing but a machete and an army helmet, would you do it? No, I don't care about money that much, and I would certainly die to this grizzly bear. Get one whack at the grizzly bear, and then it's like 500 pounds of force in one paw just swats me to the ground, and then it like crushes my spine. The helmet doesn't do anything. It'll crush through that and crush my skull and eat me. That's not happening. If you had to pick one basic food item to eat exclusively for an entire year, would you choose potatoes? I mean, potatoes are pretty good, but I would probably try and choose something like beef or like bread. Potatoes are great, but it's just like it's not the best. I don't know if there's really protein in that, but I know I need meat proteins, and meat is probably just the best option if you have only one food to eat. I think. I don't super know about nutritional stuff, but it wouldn't be potatoes. If pizza screamed in agony every time you bit into a piece, would you still continue to eat pizza? um, I don't know. Would it would be a thing like, would I find that hilarious and like satisfying in like a cruel way, or would I be like agonized? Would I be like traumatized from eating it? I will say no because I think screaming it would just be loud and annoying, honestly, and like pizza, you can live without it, even though I have it like once a week. If your best friend got bit in the genitals by a highly venomous snake and the only way to save their life was to suck the venom out of their genitals, would you do it to save them? This is like a win-win situation. I get to suck my best friend's dick, and I get to save them. 100% yes. Was that question difficult to answer? No! Do you feel mortal? I am very mortal. I'll die eventually. That's what being immortal is. Do you enjoy loud music? Yes. Do you feel awkward when you dance in front of others? Nope. Do you suffer from an anxiety disorder? Nope. Not diagnosed, and I highly doubt. I'm not gonna self-diagnose, and even if, like, I did, I still think no. Do you ever feel depressed? No. Depression is a very, like, bad feeling to have, and I don't think I feel like that. I feel, like, sad from time to time, obviously, and like sometimes like extra sad, but that's not to the point of feeling depressed. Do you feel relaxed? Yeah. Do you think you have a guardian angel watching over you? No. I think I'm watching over myself and like my parents are watching over me and all that stuff. I don't think angels really care to keep me alive. Do you ever hear your name being called when no one could have called it? No. I hear my name sometimes in like a crowd of people, but that's just mishearing stuff. I'm going to take special note of that one. Go right for it. Do you always look both ways before crossing the road? Not always. Almost always. Actually, I don't like. I don't always do the full head turn thing, but I will like maybe do a slight bit of this, and then I have my peripheral vision. So yeah, I do. Do you wash your hands every day? Yes, I like washing my hands. I don't like my hands feeling dirty. Do you feel uncomfortable using public restrooms? Nope. Is winter your favorite season? Well, I like. I would say yes. I like the cold, honestly. You get to wear cozy clothing. The snow on the ground makes it very quiet. It gets dark sooner, so it's so calming. And then also like Christmas, New Year's, my birthday, my sister's birthday, whole bunch of other stuff, some friends' birthdays and stuff. It's very, very fun. Do you know anyone named Josh? I actually do. And yeah, my ex-boss from the place I used to work at before starting this stuff. Um, are you wondering why that last question is relevant? No. Everyone should know a Josh. But a good Josh, not a bad Josh. Are you allergic to any animals? Not that I know of. Have you ever thought about an animal in a sexual way? As an intrusive thought that I immediately rejected, yes, but I guess that counts as thinking about it. Have you ever been in love? Um, I don't know. Love is a very hard thing to recognize because you might think you're in love, but maybe you're just interested about certain aspects of that person. I think being in love is like it is a very deep feeling that is not really easy to sniff out. And um and I don't think like I love my friends and my family, but that's not being in love. And I would say no, I've never been in love. Even though I've been in a relationship before, there isn't love in there. Would you consider yourself to be artistic? I think so. I'm not like very good at art, but I think I do it. Would you consider yourself to be dominant in day-to-day life? I I don't know about that. I'd I think I would like to be a more like commanding person, but people just ignore me a lot of the time. I mean, I also like very much do my own thing. Like I don't let other people say what I do unless I'm like oh like if I'm not okay with doing something, then it's like I won't do it. But I don't think I'm very dominant, unfortunately. Do you feel that you've got too much time on your hands? Nope. Sometimes I don't. That's basically called like. Do you feel bored? But like, do you think being bored is a bad thing? Which I don't think. Sometimes you gotta be bored. Sometimes you just realize you don't really have anything to do, or you do have stuff to do, but you just don't want to do it, and then you try to find anything else to do, but there's just nothing to do, and then it's just like, oh, but no, I'll cherish the time that I have. I don't want more, and I don't want less time than I get in this life. Can you be easily intimidated by others? Depends on the others. If it's my friends, no, because my friends aren't intimidating. If it's some stranger that is drunk or like a drug on drugs, and they're like 7 feet tall, 400 pounds of like big man meat, I guess. then yeah, they would intimidate me. But I don't think so. Are you easily excitable? Um, I can get myself excited pretty easily, but I have to be in the right mindset for that. And I can get excited about doing certain things, but that's more specific things. And honestly, I'm a bit of a mundane person, so I don't think I get excited that easily. I get amped pretty easily, but I think that's different from being excited. Do you enjoy solving complex problems? Sometimes it's satisfying at the end. It's sometimes can be frustrating. Uh, yeah, I like escape rooms. Are those complex puzzles? I don't know. Sure. Do you have a difficult time relaxing? Not at all. My entire life is led around relaxing, pretty much. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? No. Earlier I've said that I'm a very low maintenance person in my eyes. Do you trust easily? Very much so. On the brink of gullible. Would you consider yourself to be an honest person? I certainly try to be very honest. I don't try to lie too much. I think I definitely lie sometimes, but everyone lies from time to time, and I don't think lying a little bit makes you a dishonest person, especially if the lie isn't exactly a lie, but more so hiding the truth. Because I hide the truth a decent amount, but that's more so just avoiding being honest rather than, yeah, I'm an honest person. Have you ever told a lie? Yes. Have you ever lied to your best friend? Yeah. Have you ever lied to your family? Yes. Have you lied about any answers during the session? No. Are you wondering why all these questions have to do with lying? No. Honesty and lying and stuff is important for um human psychology stuff. Are you a people pleaser? Well, I guess I am because I it's not that I avoid making someone upset. It's more so that generally I just want to make people happy because it's what I want them to be happy and not to like avoid conflict, but just because it's more fun when everyone's happy rather than I don't know, being a bitch about something. I don't think I'm a people pleaser. I think I'm a me pleaser and pleasing me is to please others sometimes, usually a lot of the time. Do you enjoy being the center of attention? Not all the time, but certainly I like having eyes on me. Do you feel like you've got a good sense of humor? I mean, I've certainly got a fascinating sense of humor. Whether it's good or not is, I don't know. Do you frighten easily? Nah, things don't really scare me. Oh! That, well, that was odd. I wonder what that was about. Yeah, you were probably trying to frighten me. That's probably a pretty good place for us to stop the simple segment of our questionnaire and move on to the more gritty questions. Some of those questions were pretty gritty already, but okay. This next set of questions will not be yes or no answers. This next portion of our session will be filled with various scenarios that put you smack dab in the middle of vital choice making. We'll see how well you handle your options as you delve deep into each scenario. Remember, the key to all of this is to answer honestly. Let's get started. Well, let us. You're home alone. It's dark and it's storming outside. All of a sudden, there's a knock on your bedroom door. Someone's in your house. What do you do? Uh, Hmm. I think I'd grab an item to be used as a weapon. Or I guess okay, I know I'm home alone, and I know like my family isn't there. Because if I assumed it was a family member, I would definitely open the door and be like, "What is up?" But if I knew it was someone that is like sketch, I would grab an item. Very interesting choice. You meet a homeless woman on the street. She asks you for money. You find it within yourself to give her all the spare change you have. Just as you do, a homeless man approaches asking if you can spare some change. What do you do? Uh, I would, I would tell the man I've got nothing left to offer, and I wouldn't bother to get more for him. That's just too out of my way. I don't know. Uh, both your mother and your father fall incredibly ill to a life-threatening disease, and there's only enough medicine and facilities to save one of your parents, and time is of the essence. What do you do? Give it to my dad? Give it to my mom? Split the medication between the two, even though they may both die. I'd say I'd save the medical treatment for myself just in case I get sick. Fuck no, I wouldn't do the last one. Um, wow. Oh. Mm. I I wouldn't be able to decide. I'd have to split it in half. Uh, there there's no deciding between my parents. You find a case of money tucked away inside of a dumpster. Inside, there's 10 solid gold bars and a vial of mysterious liquid. Under the vial, there's a note that says the cure for cancer. What do you do? Turn the case into a professional entity so they can utilize it. Keep the gold bars, but give away the cure to cancer. Keep the cure to cancer, but give away the gold bars. Keep everything in the case for yourself to sell or use. Um, I'd keep the gold bars, but give the cure to cancer. They don't need to know about the gold bars. Just find. I mean, even finding the cure of to cancer, they'd be like, they'd have to run tests on it, and they'd be like skeptical that I just like suddenly showed up with this. But yeah, I'd do that, and then I'd keep the gold bars because they don't need to know about it, and it's my reward for giving away cancer. I mean, giving away anti-cancer. What a wasted opportunity. That's what you think, though. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't judge. I thought the whole point of this was for you to judge me. Just like keep your feelings to yourself. You're stuck alone inside of your house and you're starving to death. You've completely run out of food and no one is coming to save you for weeks. The only potential source of food around you is your family pets. What do you do? I will not eat them. Continue to starve along with my pets. Attempt to cut meat from my pets, then treat their wounds. No. Let my pets eat me so they can survive until help arrives. I would continue to starve along with my pets. Because I'm thinking of the family dog that I used to have. She wouldn't want to eat me. I certainly wouldn't want to eat her. I wouldn't want to hurt her, and I think we'd rather just be together in the same bad spot. Why am I not surprised? And previous answers. Your neighbor's home is on fire, a blazing inferno among smoke emits from the windows. You hear screams for help coming from within, but you can't see past the flames. No one else is around in sight. What do you do? Call the fire department and keep distance from the home. Start shouting for help and searching for someone nearby. Run into the burning home to try and rescue anyone you can. Walk away, there's nothing you can do. Um, the most rational option would be to call the fire department. Uh, realistically, I would call the fire department. Yeah, and I would want to run into the fire and try and save people, but I also know that would just endanger me. And yikes, is pretty much all I can say. You're fast asleep in your bed when you're awoken by what sounds like a woman's muffled cries from somewhere in your room. You quickly realize it's coming from under your bed. What do you do? Immediately look under the bed, hide under your covers and wait patiently, verbally call out and ask who's in your room, jump out of the bed and run out of the room immediately. Um, there's no option to like wait here and just see if it goes away, because that's probably what I would do. I'd probably be like, and I'm just like hearing weird things. And if I was to jump out of the bed, I wouldn't jump out and run out immediately. I'd jump out of the room, make a little space, and then look under the bed. Immediately look under the bed, you're putting your head right next to the bed, and that's not smart. If you're gonna look under a bed for potential danger, you wanna at least have some distance so that, like, if there is someone down there, they can't reach you. I guess verbally call out and ask who's in my room. A man in a fancy suit approaches you while you're walking down the street. He pulls a watch from his pocket and hands it to you. He claims that when the watch stops ticking, it marks the moment of your time runs out on this earth. What do you do? I won't take the watch and thank him. Decline the offer for the watch and keep walking. Tell him that he needs professional help to keep his distance. Tell him you already got 3 of them as a toy in your Happy Meal. I don't have Happy Meals. Decline the offer for the watch and keep walking is exactly what I would do. I don't care to know how much time I have left on this earth. I'll figure it out when I die, and I don't want to harass this guy just because he's been like, oh, here's the watch. You're sitting at home playing a game on your PC when all of a sudden someone grips and squeezes your shoulder firmly from behind you. What do you do? That would be terrifying, because how would someone get behind me without me knowing? Because the only way in this room is from my closet, which goes up into the house's attic, which would mean they'd have to get in here beforehand and then come out from there, and my door, which is right beside my closet door, and both are within peripheral vision. So basically, they'd have to manifest on my bed, or like, that's pretty much the only way that they would actually get to it without me seeing, which would be crazy. Immediately jump up and turn around, scream and stay still in terror, spin around with a vicious elbow to whoever is behind you, tell them to squeeze harder, you can use a nice massage. I mean, I definitely could use a nice massage. Spin around with a vicious elbow to whoever's behind you. I think I would just jump up and turn around, because I would want to know who it is before immediately elbowing them. But I wouldn't want to just stay there and like, ugh. You're sitting in the bathtub trying to relax when a hand emerges from the water. What do you do? It's my own hand. Jump out of the bath and run as fast as you can. Kick the hand and try to keep it away from you. Give it a firm handshake, maybe even a solid fist bump. Push it underwater and hope that you get some free hand action. Okay. I guess I'm assuming this is a severed hand. I wouldn't jump out of the bath and run as fast as I can. Okay, no. The only way this happens is it's a foam hand, or like a fake hand. So I'd give it a handshake and a fist bump. Clever. Or it's my own hand, in which case just boom. Maybe the hand action if it's my own hand. You get out of bed and immediately fall down into a deep dark hole. A man is standing above you looking down, telling you to put lotion on your skin while he watches. What do you do? Scream for help, start slathering yourself in lotion, tell him that you've got very sensitive skin and allergies, ask if he'll come down and help apply the lotion. I guess I would just put some lotion on, do whatever this dude wants, I guess, to see if it'll help. And like, I need to moisturize myself more than I do, so yeah, smart choice. I know. You're sitting at home alone, and all of a sudden, your door slams shut. You see it before your very eyes, and you know that no one is home, and it couldn't have been a gust of wind. What do you do? Well, I usually keep my door closed when I'm in it, and when I'm out of it, I guess it stays open. Um, Stay perfectly still and watch the door. Look for a weapon around the room immediately. Jump up and try to climb out the window. Run over to the door and open it. Well, I wouldn't need to run over the door and open it because it's basically within arm's reach. Um, I would probably do a combination of staying still and watching the door for a little bit. Uh, and then I'd probably run over the door and open it. Because the difference from this one and the other one where you hear a knock on your door is this one I don't know that no one's that there's someone else in my house. In which case I wouldn't feel threatened of a possible person, so I wouldn't grab a weapon. Someone you've known for many years but have no attraction to tells you that they've had a massive crush on you for a long time. What do you do? Ask them out on a date, who knows what might happen. Tell them that you're flattered but just not interested. Tell them that you feel dating might ruin your friendship. Ask if they want to be friends with benefits. Well, friends with benefits I don't agree with. Um, Tell them that you feel dating might ruin your friendship will ruin the friendship anyways, so I wouldn't say that. Um, and also telling them that I'm flattered but not interested would also kind of just ruin the friendship anyways. Uh, I'm assuming this is a girl asking me, in which case I I would go on a date and see what happens. Maybe discover some feelings for them. I think you can very much learn to love someone. Ah, so you're one of those types. Yeah. And if it doesn't work, I would just say, "Hey, I'm sorry, I don't feel anything." Your dog starts randomly barking into the darkest corner of your living room. There doesn't appear to be anything there, but your dog insists on escalating to growls. What do you do? Ugh. Try to calm your dog down by petting them. Stand and stare at the corner to see if anything moves. Walk up to the corner, extend your hand to feel for anything. Walk out of the room and ignore it entirely. I'd try and calm my dog down, because whenever my dog did bark, I would always just get like pet her and get beside her and tell her like, "Hey, shh. I'm taking note of that. You do, Fate. I don't have a dog anymore, so you can't do anything about it." See a massive spider. Uh, Wait. You see a massive spider in your room, the size of your hand. What do you do? I like the typo, Fate. I like how you stumbled on your words a little bit. Grab something bigger to smash it. Well, I guess we're moving out now. Burn the entire house down. It's the only way to be safe. Try to capture it alive for science. Just grab something and smash it. It's just a spider. Get out of here. I don't need to perform science on a spider, and I don't care about spider being my house. There's no reason to be scared of it. Your closet family member, oh, your closest family member tells you that they're a serial killer. What do you do? Tell them you don't want to know any more details, turn them into the authorities, ask them information so you can help them stay out of trouble, try to convince them that they need help. I'd ask them information so you can help them stay out of trouble. I would try and just say like, "Hey, this is wrong. You've clearly come to me for some reason. Let me try and help you get out of this type of behavior." And like it would not me to report them to authorities, but I don't think I would be able to because uh I they're just so close to me. If you found out that you only had one day left to live, what would you do? Tell everyone that I love them and to be happy, not sad? Nope. Do something insane and crazy, anything goes? Probably not. Not tell anyone at all, just act as if nothing changed. Spend my time on my own, away from others. It would be one of the second options, not tell anyone at all, just act as if nothing changed, or spend time on my own away from others. It would probably be one of those two, except I think if I knew I only had one day left to live, I think I would want it to just be a normal day and not necessarily avoid other people. So I think I would just try and act like nothing happened. If one of your pets started speaking to you and told you that they've got a dire warning that they were going to die if you didn't let them eat all the ice cream in the freezer, what would you do? Go lay down. I'm obviously way too high for this. Give them all the ice cream they can handle. Don't give them ice cream. You're not gonna fall for that one. Assure them that you'll protect them and they won't die. I just wouldn't give them the ice cream. You know. Oh, lovely. Hey, they won't die. I believe in them. Because if all of a sudden you could start hearing other people's thoughts and the person next to you was thinking about mugging you and stealing your money, what would you do? Take preemptive action and beat them up first. Tell them you don't think mugging you is a good idea. Get away from them as quickly as possible. Ignore it. You don't know that you aren't just hallucinating. I mean, I would take the hallucination kind of seriously, I think. I would think it's hallucination. I would tell them you don't think mugging me is a good idea, because that would scare the fucking shit out of them. That would make them question things, and that'd be funny. And I also probably wouldn't get mugged. That sounds reasonable. And they'd be scared of me probably. Your best friend comes to you and tells you that they just accidentally killed someone and they don't want to go to prison. What do you do? Help them hide the body, report them to the authorities, tell them that they're on their own, but you won't rat them out. Try to convince them to turn themselves in. Manslaughter, I don't know how long of a sentence that is. I wouldn't want to get involved in that though. I like sorry, you're on your own, because I can't, like you're just, don't bring me into this. Don't bring me into murder or manslaughter. You're driving in your car and you accidentally run someone over. You're pretty sure that they're okay, but the fact that their head is clearly detached from their body suggests that's probably just wishful thinking. What do you do? Call your best friend and tell them that you don't want to go to prison? Turn yourself into the authorities, drive away and hope no one saw what you did. Try to hide the body yourself. I mean, I would drive away and hope nobody saw what I did. Because I know pe people like get away with manslaughter all the time, and maybe I'll get caught, and at that point I would just confess. But I wouldn't immediately turn myself in. I would just hope that no one saw and just try and live. Try and live without. Interesting how that played out. I think it's time we move on to the next portion of our test. The following questions that shall be asked of you are would you rather style questions. Imagine you've got a gun to your head and you absolutely must choose an answer. Okay, no matter how uncomfortable that may be. Let's get started, shall we? Okay. Would you rather be loved by all or feared by all? Loved by all. Because then that's great. That's great. It's just, why would you want to be feared when you can be loved? Would you rather never get angry or never get jealous? I hardly get angry anyways. And I hardly get jealous anyways. Um Anger can be a tool to be used though. Uh you can because you can use emotions, but not all emotions. Jealousy is just bad, so I'd rather never get jealous. And anger's healthy. Jealousy isn't. Would you rather be held in high regard by your parents or by your friends? by my parents because I value their opinion of me more than I value my friends' opinions. And yeah, would you rather live in space or live under the sea? Both kind of suck, but I guess I'd rather live in space because the sea is not a fun place and it would be pitch black other than wherever I'm living, which I guess is pretty much the same for space, but I guess I the sea would just be worse because also like the pressure that you're in, or maybe I don't know. Would you rather donate your body to science or donate your organs to people who need them? Donate my organs. I, d- I don't, there's not. I don't think there's too much that science can gain from my body. I think it would be more beneficial to just have like the 5 people be saved or something. Would you rather go to jail for 5 years for something you didn't do, or get away with something horrible you did, but always live in fear of being caught? Ooh, wow. Living in fear of being caught is, I don't think it's as bad as it seems because I already have things that I have kept from everybody uh and like sometimes I'm like, ooh, do people know? And it's just like, and yeah, jail is not a fun place to be, especially for 5 years. You could die in jail. You can get diseased, you can get raped, you can get murdered, all sorts of bad stuff. And going to jail just like ruins your career potential and everything. At least here, probably. I'd rather just get away with it. Would you rather work at a horrible job that you hate but retire comfortably in 10 years from now, or would you rather have your dream job but have to work until the day you die? I would 100% rather have my dream job forever because it's my dream job. I would love what I'm doing rather than have 10 years of agonizing suffering and then be retired, but what would that retirement really grant me after 10 years of bitter hatred of myself? Would you rather every shirt you'll ever wear to be somewhat itchy or only be able to use one ply toilet paper? Oh god. Oh my god. What if I would just get a bidet installed. Easy solution, get a bidet. Being itchy is not fun. Get a bidet installed, blast my ass with water, and then just dry it off with the toilet paper. Easy as that. Would you rather have skin that changes colors depending on your mood, or have tattoos appear on your body that depict what you did yesterday? Ooh, interesting. Honestly, I would take the color changing skin. It would look really weird, but I would explain it to people, and then they would just be able to tell what I'm feeling, which is great because that's something I struggle with anyways, is getting people to understand how I'm feeling at the time. And I don't want people to know what I did the day before, even if the tattoos like show up on my back and they're covered by my t-shirt. Cause I like to not say everything about myself. Would you rather shit every time you orgasm or orgasm every time you see a dog? I don't want to shit when I orgasm. That means everything I do like that would have to be on the toilet or a big mess. Oh, I guess every time I see a dog would kind of be a mess. Well, no, men can orgasm without ejaculating. I imagine it's that type of orgasm. I'll just have a good time every time I see a dog, I guess. If your partner switched bodies with one of your parents, and the only way to get them to switch back was to have sex with one of them, would you rather have sex with your partner in your parent's body, or have sex with your parent in your partner's body? What the fuck is wrong with you? No, seriously, what the fuck is wrong? Just what the fuck is wrong with you? Just answer the question. Well, you wouldn't let me the first time. Um, sex with my parent in my partner's body. My parents are kind of understanding already that if I got in a relationship, I would do that, and um, I mean, it would be like gross and awkward, but it would be really gross and awkward to fuck my parents' body, and like, yeah, yeah. That one had no bearing on your results. I was just curious. Thank you, Fate. Thank you. I think we've answered enough of these types of questions, as I'm sure you'd agree. Sure. We're going to end the test with a short series of final questions, giving simple answers. We'll get started now. Out of the following options, which number do you like the most? 3. It's my favorite number. Out of the following options, which color resonates with you best at this exact moment? Uh, oh, green. Black is my favorite color, but I feel green right now. Because green is like happiness, contention kind of thing, which I'm feeling right now. Out of the following options, which creature are you the least comfortable around? Spiders, snakes, scorpions, dogs. Scorpions. They're they're the weirdest ones. Out of the following options, which flavor is your favorite? Chocolate, vanilla, peanut butter, mint. Ooh. Not chocolate. Chocolate I only like every now and again. Peanut butter, I love peanut butter, but it's not the best standalone flavor. Vanilla is amazing, but it can be done wrong. Mint is very solid all around. I'll go with mint because there's almost no like bad minty flavor, whereas all the other ones can be like overbearing or not satisfying, I guess. Out of the following options, which do you personally value the most? Family, friends, money, freedom. Ooh, not money. Definitely not money. I think uh, I would value my family over friends. Um, because family would also involve like if I have a partner, that's part of my family, and then my future kids maybe. So really, do I value my family more or my freedom more? Hmm, that's very interesting. I think I think I value my freedom more though. It's because because uh, if I'm not if I'm with my family but not free, I would not be happy. If I'm free but with no family, I think I would be able to live life happier than with a family that imprisons me. Out of the following options, which could you most live without? Family, friends, money, freedom. Money. I can live without money pretty easily. I mean, well, not like easily, but like, you know, I wouldn't be unhappy just because I have no money. Out of the following options, which statement is the most accurate? I am brave, I am caring, I am smart, I am attractive. I am caring. Attractive, like, I'm alright. I look alright. I'm smart. Mm, I'm kind of smart, I guess. I'm brave. Eh, not. Nah. I'm a very caring person, though. I care about people a lot. Out of the following options, which are you which are you most afraid of? Living forever, losing my loved ones, dying alone, dying immediately after this test is finished. I'm not scared of the last one. I'm not scared of losing my loved ones. I know it'll happen someday and it will suck, but it's not something to fear. Dying alone, it is one of my biggest fears. That is very true. But living forever is worse than dying alone, in my eyes. Because living forever is living alone forever, or almost alone like alone for almost all of your life of foreverness. So living forever, there is a time, like, people need to die for a reason. Humans cannot handle living for such an extended period of time. Seeing all of the calamities and carnage and pain, it it's not. Humans are built for like up to 90 years of solid, like, watching the world change. Not like unlimited. We're almost finished, but I've just got one final question for you. Have you ever punched a nun? You already know this from the last time I answered this. No! You really ought to try it sometime. It can really take the edge off. Okay. I don't know. Punching people doesn't seem like it would be that satisfying. Unless they're a bad person. But nuns, I don't think, are bad people. Alright, we're done here. I'm through with you. I'm just going to calculate your results very carefully. I don't want to miss anything important. Trying my absolute hardest not to judge you right now. Trying to keep this as professional as possible. Thank you for that. Aha! Here we go. Based on what you've told me, I've come to a conclusion. This is what I personally believe would be in your best interest to acknowledge, set in motion, and accomplish in order to climb the ladder to happiness in your life. First and foremost, I'd like to start with a blanket statement that everyone truly needs to hear. Something that is taken for granted far more than anything else in life. Something that has such an incredible, unique, irreplaceable value compared to any other thing on this earth. And that, my friends, is the value of time. Time is the most valuable form of currency you will ever hold in life. That is true. You can spend time on anyone, doing anything, for any reason. Now, time can be spent, time can be wasted, and time can be taken away. But time can never be refunded. Time can never be earned back. And more time can never be gained. That's not actually entirely true. If you make a decision to make a big change in your life, you can go from being a very unhealthy person to exercising a whole lot and earning more time because you will live a healthier, longer life. But I get what he's saying. Imagine a bank account with all the money you'll ever get to spend in life. Now imagine not knowing how much money is in your account. Imagine going to the store one day to purchase something you really need, and the cashier tells you, "I'm sorry, but you cannot afford that." As a matter of fact, you can never afford anything, ever again. We only have so much time, and we have no idea just how much or how little we truly have before our bank account runs dry. And the fact that we get to decide and choose what we spend our time on just shows you how truly special it is when someone spends their time on you. That's true. That is very true. You should really appreciate the people around you because they are spending their time and their energy and effort on you. And they want to be around you. So value that. So now that we understand the incredible value of time, I'd like to make a suggestion for you personally on how I think you'd be best spending your time in order to achieve what you need most at this current stage in your life. Let's see here. Well, this is very interesting. You're not as naive as you come across. I mean that in a good way, for the record. You can be skeptical sometimes, and you're nobody's fool. And even when someone manages to pull a fast one on you, good luck to them trying to make it happen twice. You're highly intelligent and you learn from your mistakes, which has taken you very far in life thus far. However, the issue is, you spend a lot of extra time second guessing yourself or others at times, and you waste a lot of valuable time trying to figure out the motives of another, rather than just going with the flow and seeing what happens. You know, hearing that said in words actually makes me realize, yeah, I do waste a lot of time thinking about what others think, and thinking about what I should be doing or what I could be doing and stuff like that. And trying to figure out the motives of another rather than just going with the flow and seeing what happens. I think that is very true. Rather than just enjoying my friends and my family when I'm with them, sometimes I think I get in my head about what they're thinking about me and if they just want me to not be around them sometimes. And that's something I should try and stop doing, that's for sure. This is a defense mechanism that your mind has created to prevent you from being swindled or potentially hurt. This is both good and bad, as it can protect you from a lot of negative situations. However, it can also hinder you by forcing you to miss a lot of incredible opportunities by taking a chance. Yeah. My advice to you would be to open up a little bit more. Let your hair down. Let your guard down. And let your walls down. Yeah. Yeah. I should. You will feel so much better and get so much further in your life goals if you just take a moment to relax and say yes more often to new opportunities. I have been trying to take new opportunities, but opening up definitely would be good. Stop spending so much time thinking about what could go wrong and cut it down to only 1 second of thinking what could go right. You miss 100%. I think that's supposed to be percent anyways. You miss 100% of the opportunities you don't take, and not everyone is out to get you. I think you'll be very surprised just how much of a positive impact this can have on your life going forward. I hope this information helps you achieve your goals. Your secret word is trust. Remember this word. This will come in handy. Yep, I'm writing this word down right underneath the first word I got from the first game, which is talented. Take the secret word that was assigned to you at the end of your session and leave it in a comment for us. We will be selecting some of you based on your answers to be included in a future project we're currently working on, which is probably the third game that is already out. If you do not wish to be a part of an upcoming project, simply leave your secret word out of your comments and we will not select your name. We appreciate any and all comments you leave and we always read them thoroughly. Thank you for taking the time to answer these questions. I know they've been of some help to you, and if they aren't yet, it will all make sense very soon. Trust me on that. I will trust you on that, since I should trust people more. Even though I feel like I do trust people all the time, I guess I have underlying doubt about them. One more thing. We greatly appreciate your feedback and support. We've read every single review and comment left for us. We love the conspiracy theories behind the greater meaning of all of this. And in the third and final installment of the test series, all will finally be revealed. But not a single person has been able to figure out what this entire experiment is all about yet. We look forward to reading your thoughts and feelings as it helps shape what we do as we work on future projects to bring the most emotion out of you. Okay. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for everything you do, thank you for playing, and thank you for contributing your secret words to our projects. If you wish to support us further, we would love it if you check out our other titles on the Our Other Games section of the title screen. After playing the Test Final Revelation, the third game in the Test trilogy, we also have the Testing Chamber, which is connected to the Test trilogy in a very special and unique way. Oh, okay. In the meantime, the Advisor is another interesting experience that we'd like to recommend, as it has a great emphasis on player-developer interaction where you, the player, gets to vote on how the story will be written in future episodes. Your opinions and decisions have a direct impact on the development process and storyline of the Advisor series, and we'd love to read your ideas, thoughts, and contributions. That sounds interesting. I might actually play that eventually. I mean, I do really enjoy these test games so far, and I feel like if there are anything similar with the other games that these people have made, then I think I would enjoy them thoroughly as well. So again, thank you so very much for supporting us in our journey. We truly cannot show our gratitude and appreciation enough for all you do for us. We hope the rest of your day is filled with all the joy and happiness that you deserve. Random Studios. Oh, Random. Random. Random Studios. Well, I do think that today for me will be very positive. It's feeling like a positive day already, and the start of the day is usually the most important part that paves the rest of your day for you. Feel free to check out our other series. Okay, this is credits. Yeah, I like credits. We've made a list of names of those who have supported our projects along the way, and we will be continuing to extend this list in future titles. Would you like to see them now? Warning, the list is quite long. I'm fine. Okay. Well, that was The Test Hypothesis Rising. These games are definitely very interesting. It's kind of like I don't know how to describe it. I would say it's kind of like therapy, but I don't know. I've never been to therapy, and I also don't think it's quite like therapy, but it's very interesting to have a game take in information about you through questions and then give you kind of something to go forward on and kind of push yourself outside of your comfort zone. It's very interesting, and both of the answers that I got from the test and the test hypothesis rising have been very valuable answers that would, I believe, would give me great benefit to take action on. So it does seem like a lot of people could benefit from playing these games, taking the test, and maybe learning a bit about themselves. And I would recommend it, honestly. I thoroughly enjoy this, and like getting an opportunity to learn a way to improve yourself further is very it's certainly something that you shouldn't skip out on. These games, they're on Steam for I think $2 or something. I don't really remember. They're not expensive. So if you do have the opportunity to purchase these games and give them a go for yourself, I would highly recommend them because I think they're an enjoyable experience to do, and then it also gives you something at the end for you to work on and improve your life. So, yeah, I think this is a great series, and I'm certainly going to be playing the third game, and I guess the testing chamber, if it's connected to these, I will try that out as well. And I'll probably look into their other games as well and see what that's about. But thank you all so much for watching. That's all for today, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.